Why do age spots suddenly show up after 60? They don't hurt, they're not dangerous, but they quietly change your face. They make you look tired and older than you feel inside. In America, over 75 to 90% of white adults over 60 develop age spots, also known as liver spots or sunspots. They come from oxidative stress and melanin buildup under the skin. And here's what most people get wrong. It's not just the sun, and no cream can fix this if your body is missing what your skin truly needs. In Japan, there's a doctor named Dr. Hirohana who lived to 105. He once said, "Skin doesn't need to be fair, but it needs the right minerals to not look dull." He never used whitening products. He didn't follow trendy skincare. But for over 60 years, he focused on one thing: getting the right minerals into his body every single day. And today, science is catching up with that idea. There are three key minerals that shape your skin after 60. One that blocks excess pigment, one that balances melanin, and one that repairs cell damage from deep within. They're not collagen, not vitamin C. They are zinc, copper, and magnesium. And here's the truth. Most seniors in America are deficient in all three. In this video, you'll learn why zinc is the gatekeeper that prevents unwanted pigment, why copper can either restore or ruin your skin tone, and why an old Japanese foot soak may help your skin from the inside out. If you're in your 60s, 70s, even 80s, and you're noticing uneven skin tone or dark spots creeping in, this might be exactly what your skin has been missing for years. Stay until the end, because maybe your skin doesn't need more products. It just needs what time has quietly taken away. Part 1. Zinc, the gatekeeper of skin pigment. He never changed his skin cream. He just changed what he ate. That's what Dr. Hirohana said when asked how he kept his skin even-toned at 102. His answer surprised everyone. It wasn't a magic serum. It wasn't some seaweed mask from Okinawa. It was zinc. Zinc is the mineral your skin relies on to stay clear, calm, and consistent. Without it, your body can't regulate pigment properly. That's because zinc controls tyrosinase, the enzyme that starts the melanin production process. Think of tyrosinase like a switch. When it's turned on too high, your skin overproduces pigment. That's when dark patches and spots begin to show up. Zinc keeps that switch balanced. But there's a problem. After age 60, your ability to absorb zinc drops significantly. According to the CDC and the National Institutes of Health, as many as 35 to 45% of older adults in the US don't get enough zinc, mostly due to reduced absorption and low dietary intake. Even if you eat well, aging guts absorb less. Medications like proton pump inhibitors, PPIs, also block zinc absorption. So the deficiency creeps in quietly, and your skin is often the first place it shows up. Let's look at what zinc actually does for aging skin. It regulates melanin, keeping your pigment from overreacting. It helps with cell turnover, replacing damaged cells with fresh ones. It supports collagen production, helping skin stay firm and smooth. It even boosts immune function in the skin, reducing irritation and inflammation. Without zinc, skin becomes uneven, healing slows down, and pigment becomes unstable, leading to more age spots. Now imagine this. A 68-year-old woman in Arizona starts seeing brown patches on her arms and cheeks. She tries lightening creams. She uses sunscreen religiously. But the spots don't fade. Her doctor runs a nutrient panel. She's low in zinc. They don't give her any miracle cream, just 10 milligrams of zinc daily, plus some simple diet tweaks. 3 months later, her new age spots have stopped forming. And the old ones? They haven't disappeared, but they're no longer spreading. Her skin tone looks calmer, more even, less tired. So how can you add zinc safely after 60? Through food, pumpkin seeds, lentils, chickpeas, eggs, beef, oysters, the richest source. Through supplements, a low-dose zinc gluconate or citrate, around 8 to 11 milligrams per day, as recommended by NICE. Avoid megadoses unless guided by a doctor. Always balance with copper. We'll explain why in the next section. And here's a bonus. Zinc also reduces the oxidative stress that triggers pigment buildup. It acts like a quiet security guard, gently holding your skin cells in check, making sure they don't panic and overproduce color. But here's the twist. Zinc is only half the story, because pigment production isn't just about slowing things down, it's about balance. And zinc's best partner, its opposite in many ways, is the mineral that often gets overlooked. It's the one that actually creates pigment, but in the right amount, it stabilizes it. And without it, zinc can't do its job properly. That mineral is copper. Coming up next, the mineral that both makes and manages pigment. Why too much or too little copper can mess with your skin tone after 60, and how to get it safely without overdoing it. Part 2. Copper, the pigment balancer. Too little copper, and your skin loses its balance. Too much, and it turns against you. That's the paradox of copper. Most people think of copper as just a metal, the stuff inside wires and coins. But inside your body, copper is one of the most powerful regulators of skin tone. It works hand in hand with zinc. Together, they keep melanin in check. Zinc slows pigment down. Copper gives it structure. Zinc calms the system. Copper keeps it stable. Your body needs copper to activate tyrosinase, the same enzyme zinc regulates. It sounds strange, but yes, copper helps produce melanin. Why is that good? Because when melanin is produced in the right amount and evenly, it actually protects your skin. It blocks UV damage. It makes sure pigment is spread out, not clumped up. But here's the problem. Without enough copper, pigment becomes patchy and irregular. With too much, especially without enough zinc, copper can cause dark blotches and oxidative stress. In other words, copper doesn't cause age spots, but an imbalance does. And most older adults, they're out of balance. Why? Because modern diets are low in copper-rich foods. And worse, many take zinc supplements without copper, which pushes the ratio too far. The ideal zinc to copper ratio is about 10-1, but some seniors are unknowingly at 40-1 or higher. That's when things start to break. Let's take an example. A 72-year-old man starts taking zinc for his immune system, 20 milligrams per day, but he eats very little copper. No organ meats, no nuts, no beans. Within a year, he notices his skin looks dull. A strange dark patch appears on his neck. His nails grow brittle, and he starts to feel more fatigued. Blood work shows copper deficiency. His doctor doesn't add more supplements, just shifts his food intake. More mushrooms, a bit of sesame, some liver once a week, and lowers zinc to 10 milligrams. Within months, his skin tone stabilizes again. So what exactly does copper do for your skin? Supports even melanin distribution, helps build collagen and elastin, promotes strong connective tissue, supports wound healing and anti-inflammatory response. It's like the conductor of a skin symphony, not making music itself, but keeping everything in tune. So how do you get it? Food sources of copper: liver, beef or chicken, shiitake mushrooms, cashews, sesame seeds, dark chocolate, spirulina in moderation. Note: vegetarians are more likely to be deficient in copper. Should you take copper supplements? Only if prescribed. Too much copper is toxic. It can damage the liver, increase oxidative stress, and even darken the skin further. That's why the focus should be on balanced intake, not pills. A special note for those taking high-dose zinc. If you're on long-term zinc therapy, more than 15 to 20 milligrams per day, you must monitor copper status. A simple blood test, serum copper or ceruloplasmin, can tell you where you stand. And what about skincare? Some creams contain copper peptides, claiming to rejuvenate the skin. While early studies look promising, topical copper is less reliable than internal balance. In short, your skin doesn't need copper on it. It needs copper in you. Now, we've covered zinc, the gatekeeper, and copper, the balancer. But there's one more mineral, often overlooked, one that doesn't deal with pigment directly, but without it, the entire skin system begins to break down. It's the quiet mineral that reduces chronic inflammation, repairs oxidative stress, and helps your skin respond to zinc and copper effectively. It's the one mineral almost half of older Americans are deficient in, and it might be the missing piece of your skin puzzle. Coming up next, why magnesium is the silent protector of aging skin, how it helps calm the body's inflammatory clock, and why a simple foot soak could support more than just your muscles. Part 3. Magnesium, the silent guardian. It doesn't lighten your skin, it doesn't block melanin, but without it, zinc and copper can't do their job, and your skin slowly falls out of balance. Magnesium is not flashy, it's not a trend on TikTok. But for your skin, especially after 60, it's the foundation. And like all strong foundations, you don't notice it until it's gone. Let's start with the facts. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the human body. It regulates enzymes that fight oxidative stress, cellular repair after UV exposure, inflammatory response under the skin, and even the absorption and utilization of zinc and copper. In other words, magnesium is the mineral that supports the other two. But here's the problem. According to NHANES National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, up to 48% of adults over 60 in the U.S. do not meet the daily recommended intake of magnesium. That's nearly half of all seniors. And the older you get, the more that number climbs. Why? Less absorption in the gut. More medications that deplete magnesium, like diuretics, PPIs, lower appetite or restrictive diets, and less awareness of magnesium-rich foods. Now, what does this have to do with age spots? Let's connect the dots. Without enough magnesium, zinc gets poorly absorbed. Copper metabolism becomes erratic. Inflammation under the skin rises. And skin cells take longer to regenerate after sun damage. Age spots don't just form because of sunlight. They form because your body can't repair the damage. Magnesium is what helps your skin hit the reset button each night. And without it, damage piles up. Let's take a real-life story. A retired nurse in Florida, age 76. She eats well, takes a zinc supplement, but her skin keeps looking dull. Brown patches appear across her forearms and chest. Blood work shows mild magnesium deficiency. Her doctor doesn't add any creams, just asks her to eat more leafy greens, almonds, and beans. Add a small magnesium citrate supplement, and start soaking her feet 3 times a week in Epsom salt. After 8 weeks, her energy returns. She sleeps better, and while the spots haven't vanished, her skin looks less inflamed, less tired. It stopped getting worse. Let's talk briefly about Epsom salt. It's not a miracle cure. It doesn't bleach spots, but it's made of magnesium sulfate. And soaking in it allows some magnesium to be absorbed through the skin. This method is called transdermal absorption. Some studies suggest it helps reduce inflammation, support circulation, and calm irritated skin. It's gentle, affordable, and time-tested, especially in Japan. Here's how to try it. Mix 1/2 cup of Epsom salt in a basin of warm water, not hot. Soak your feet or hands for 15 to 20 minutes, 2 to 3 times per week. No need to rinse with soap after. Just pat dry and relax. This isn't about skincare. It's about mineral restoration. Now, if you want to add magnesium through food, here's what works. Magnesium-rich foods for seniors: spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, black beans, bananas, avocados, whole grains like brown rice or oats. The recommended intake, around 320 milligrams per day for women, 420 milligrams per day for men over 60. Supplements can help, but avoid high doses, start low, and always consult your doctor. What about magnesium creams? There are topical sprays and lotions that claim to restore magnesium. Some users report better sleep and muscle relief. But when it comes to skin pigmentation, internal balance is still more important. Your skin reflects what's happening beneath the surface, not just what you put on it. So let's recap the trio. Zinc keeps melanin in check. Copper balances pigment and builds structure. Magnesium supports both, reduces inflammation, and helps your skin heal. It's not about brightening, it's about bringing skin back to balance. And now, you might be wondering, how do I bring all this together? How can I make this simple? Something I can actually do each day? We'll answer that next. In a moment, we'll walk you through a realistic daily routine that includes all three minerals. Easy, affordable, no overthinking. But first, just remember, age spots are not random. They are your skin's way of saying, I'm struggling, and minerals might be the first thing it's asking for. Routine guide, a day of skin recovery, one bite at a time. Every morning, Mr. Carl, age 72, wakes up with one small promise to his skin. No magic creams, just minerals from real food at the right time. He doesn't follow a perfect diet, but he builds every meal like a slow conversation with his body. Breakfast is simple, a slice of whole grain toast mashed with half an avocado, rich in magnesium. 2 boiled eggs on the side, bringing in natural zinc and selenium. And his favorite drink? Just warm water with a squeeze of lemon to wake up digestion gently. Lunchtime is where copper joins the story. Carl sautés shiitake mushrooms in olive oil. He adds them on top of a quinoa salad, tossed with spinach and sunflower seeds. The quinoa brings magnesium. The mushrooms and seeds, a gentle boost of copper. Sometimes he adds a slice of grilled salmon, topped with fresh avocado. Omega-3s plus magnesium in one elegant spoonful. Dinner is light but targeted. A small bowl of lentil stew, rich in zinc. On cooler evenings, he enjoys a baked sweet potato, drizzled with sesame oil for flavor and for copper. And before bed, he soaks his feet, quietly, without his phone. Just warm water and a handful of Epsom salt. No rush, no ritual, just a moment to breathe. This isn't a skincare routine, it's a skin-respecting routine, one where every bite brings your body back into balance and gives your skin what time has slowly taken away. Recap. When time leaves marks, minerals can whisper back. So let's take a quiet step back and look at what your skin has been trying to say. Not with words, but with patches, with spots, with signs of slowing repair. It's not vanity, it's biology. And behind that biology are minerals, 3 of them. Zinc, the gatekeeper. It says, calm down, melanin. Don't overreact. Copper, the balancer. It whispers, let me build structure evenly and gently. Magnesium, the silent guardian. It reminds your skin, you are tired. Let me help you heal. These aren't exotic pills or expensive creams. They're already in your body, or at least they used to be. And when they're missing, the skin speaks, with age spots, with inflammation, with a tone that doesn't feel like you. But when you restore them, not perfectly, just enough, your skin finds its rhythm again. And no, the spots don't disappear overnight. But they stop growing, they stop multiplying, and most importantly, you stop feeling like you're aging faster than you should. So if you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, start with one meal, one soak, one mineral. You don't have to fix everything, just begin. Have you noticed changes in your skin tone after 60? Have you tried any of these minerals before? Share your experience in the comments. And if this video brought value to you, consider liking, subscribing, and saving it to your playlist. Because in the next episode, we'll talk about a bitter green fruit from Okinawa that's helping people live past 100 with clear arteries and even clearer minds. Until then, take care of your skin and the story it tells. Safety reminder. Handle with balance. Minerals are like old friends. Helpful when invited in the right way, troublesome when forced in too fast. That's why, after 60, balance matters more than ever. Too much zinc, especially in supplement form, can block copper absorption. That creates its own skin problems and weakens your immune system. If you're taking more than 15 milligrams per day of zinc long-term, talk to your doctor about testing your copper levels. Copper, on the other hand, should mostly come from food. Liver, seeds, mushrooms. These are gentle sources. Avoid copper supplements unless prescribed. Too much can damage your liver and darken your skin. Magnesium is safer, but even here, moderation matters. High-dose pills can upset your stomach or interact with medications. Start small, and if you have kidney issues, always consult your doctor first. And remember, skin changes slowly. Even with the right minerals, age spots won't vanish overnight. But in 8 weeks, you may notice fewer new spots, smoother tone, and that quiet glow that comes not from a product, but from something deeper. If your skin could talk, it wouldn't ask for miracles. It would ask for support. And now you know where to begin.